Around 20 kilometres north of Vilnius, the fascinating Museum of the Centre of Europe leads visitors through 55 hectares of beautiful forestry that's peppered with over 100 pieces of contemporary art. Some pieces may appear to have a recycling theme running through them, but their true meaning is far deeper than that. For example, the star piece in the park, created by the park's founder Gintaras, is a maze built from old television sets donated to the artist by fellow Lithuanians, representing the limited vision that state-controlled TV portrayed during the country's communist rule. Yet with all this artistic talent and creativity around, I have to admit I was rather disappointed when I was told that the geographical point of the centre of Europe, allegedly located within the park, was represented by this. Not only did it limit what I could do to illustrate my presence at the centre of Europe, but it hardly trumpeted the unique position it literally stood upon. In fact, nothing in the park seemed to be shouting the point that this specific geographical location was within the grounds, and I started to doubt whether it was here at all. Maybe, like the whole park, the monument of the centre of Europe here was only a celebration of the location that was somewhere near Vilnius, just not necessarily geographically here. My suspicions were further exasperated when, amongst the list of capitals placed around the monument, all were European, except for this one. If the capital of New Zealand did indeed contribute to the location of the centre of Europe, that would surely place the point somewhere in Asia. Unconvinced, I set off a further 19 kilometres north to this golf club that claims it has the geographical point on its grounds. Thankfully, it's not in a bunker or on any of the courses, but is decorated in a way that it cannot be missed and hopefully cannot be mistaken for the 18th hole. Flags of all the European nations flap away here, symbolic tree saplings represent each European country, and a big garish totem pole marks the spot. Or at least that's what I thought. For it turns out this huge crowned column is not on the actual point at all, but is here merely for visiting dignitaries and vain tourists to get a more appealing photograph in front of. For one could hardly expect the President of France or the German Chancellor to be captured in front of this, even though this apparently marks the exact spot. Well, whether it does or it doesn't, what this piece allows that the pyramid at the museum park didn't is a bit more interaction with the alleged geographical point. Sadly, my walking boots thwarted my attempts at the perfect pirouette, but I did my best, and I can now safely say that I have literally stood on the exact geographical centre of Europe, or certainly, at least, on one of them.